So, NVIDIA call just finished up. They blew earnings out of the water. I mean, at least from what I was expecting. $68 billion. $1 billion in revenue this quarter. Gross margin of 75. Pretty nice. Cost of revenue barely went up. Very nice. EPS blew out the water. The expected was 1.53? I said it got at least hit 1.76. Hit 1.65. I haven't done the balance or the cash flow yet because I ran out of cloud compute. But I'm going to go over my notes of this thing. Okay. So, I don't know how accurate this is. I can look back at the transcript. But $68 billion in revenue. $11 billion data center revenue. Big, I don't know, with China. They don't know if they can develop their data centers there. I mean, that's just legislation. But their Chinese competitors are strong. Gaming, not really important, but it's doing good. But the supply constraints because of the focus towards data centers and their hyperscaling companies. I don't know what that is. Auto revenue, almost $1 billion. Not really, $500 million. But it's growing. GAAP gross margin, 75%. Good stuff. GAAP operating expenses up 16% quarter-over-quarter. Non-GAAP tax. This is a tax benefit, though. That's why it's very low. Inventories stable. Free cash flow, $35 billion. All right. Forecasts. So, expecting $78 billion next quarter. Kind of crazy. With gross margin kind of staying around that point, at least GAAP. And then GAAP versus non-GAAP operating expenses, 7.7, 7.5 billion. Tax rate kind of staying in that very low range. We look at their partners. So they got OpenAI with GPT 5.3 codec, stream with Blackwell. And then Meta Super Intelligence Labs. Anthropic, OpenCloud, which is just OpenAI, Grok. And then we got the Q&A, which is kind of the meat of it. I'll go through it pretty quickly. Investors are concerned about cash flow generation and compression. They're questioning the confidence of customers' CapEx. Not their CapEx, but customers. Can NVIDIA grow without their customers' CapEx? Jensen said he didn't even answer that. He was just saying he's confident in his customers' cash flow because of the computing demand for AI. And that's like, this is kind of the underlying theme of all of these questions is compute is revenue. He's enthusiastic about the agentic AI. Keeps saying agentic AI has reached an inflection point. A lot about tokens, which is basically just the unit of measurement for data. You can look into that. Morgan Stanley, kind of confusing, but Jensen just basically said NVIDIA is an ecosystem. It's what everybody loves. They got, they're in with a lot of their stuff, Spectrum X, CPUs, GPUs, NVLink, Vera, very rich ecosystem that's going to keep growing. JP Morgan. Notice that networking is rising as a revenue. Saying, yeah, we got NVLink, Spectrum X. The mention of NVLink turbocharged the networking business. They're the largest, one of the largest, they are the largest networking company in the world. And they could be the largest Ethernet company with Spectrum X. I don't know what the guy from Fitzgerald company said. I don't know what this is talking about. If you do, go ahead. But he didn't really spend too much time on it. From Bernstein. Will we see, because Rubin's kind of the new platform for Blackwell. The new rollout of chips, I should say. Is it going to be similar to how well Blackwell's doing? And can gaming still grow with memory pressure? And then I think she's the I don't know. She's a executive, but Rubin is a great architecture. Too early to see how it'll ramp up and when, but there's going to be a strong demand. Gaming, she basically said, don't even worry about it. It's not going to do that well. It is not a priority at all. Memory supply will be tight for it. CUDA is kind of like... let's just search it up. Proprietary parallel computing platform and model. Here's a diagram for it. What is CUDA? There we go. Use cases. Apps and frameworks. Libraries. Basically, it's just saying everybody uses CUDA. I was misspelling it because I don't know nothing about it. NVLink 72, we can look that up. AI super rack scale. It's not just one computer. Rack, not that. Linus Tech Tips, I don't know what he's doing. As you can see, it's a multiple. 72 Blackwell GPUs and 36 Grace GPUs. But I just want you guys to remember the underlying theme of their revenues is compute. People will keep needing compute just because of how AI is. Data centers, token watts. Everyone must spend on compute. Yep. Sustainability of gross margin in the 70s. Basically, Moore's Law, which is number of transistors. I'm just going to search it up. I don't want to explain this stuff for you. Transistors on a microchip doubles approximately every 2 years, while costs halve. That's what he's mentioning. So, the compute amount is going to grow exponentially, and Moore's Law is going to be in effect. So, it's sustainable is what he's saying. And I mean, if we look here, am I on the right? Yeah. If we look fiscal year 2025, since then, it's been in that range. Besides right here, but I don't know what happened there. Okay. Space data centers. This guy asked about. Let's not worry about it. Can't figure that out. That's basically what he said. Evercore. Talking about the non-hyperscalers being faster growing part of the revenue. Wells Fargo, importance of Vera. Vera CPU, just a CPU. Only CPU supporting LPDDR5, which I guess is some, I don't know. Most problems are interested in are data driven, so obviously they're heavy in AI. Everything they do is AI, besides gaming, but that's nothing. UBS asked, what's with the share repossessions? And, because I mean, they had some buybacks, but that's not what their most important thing is. Their most important thing is investing back into the company. And the last question, Goldman Sachs. Just again, computation need. Computation is revenue. AI will only get better. Computation versus the old way of computing is 1,000x. That's what he said. If we continue to believe there is value in AI, then computation will keep there. Every single company depends on software. Every software depends on AI. Every AI generates tokens. Compute drives revenues. I mean, take one more look at this. Those are our numbers. Good job, NVIDIA.